بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. This is Dr. Tariq Rashid, Spirit of Happiness. Let's now concentrate on the idea of relations. We mentioned you cannot live alone in this earth, and always we need people. We need people. In the early life of our starting life, we need others to take care of us, parents, fathers, grandmother. So we grow in an environment of relations. Then we start with our friends, another relation. Then we go to the university, we increase the number of relations. Then we choose our wives and husbands, and we start a lovely romance relation. Then we have sons and daughters, we grow them. So another relation, being father, being a mother, then being a grandfather and grandmother. All of these are relations. Then you have a relation with your manager, with your employees, with your colleagues, with the society. You live in a world of relations. But what is the secret of happiness in relations? First, we have to set some principles that will help you be in a good relation. The first concept of a relation, freedom to choose. You are free to choose. I am sure that you are not free to choose your father or your parents, but you are free to choose your wife. Choose your wife or your husband based on the heart. The heart will tell you, this is the woman, this is the man I want to marry. But also, alayhi salatu wassalam told us, تنكح المرأة لأربع تنكح المرأة لأربع لمالها وجمالها ونسبها ودينها فاظفر بذات الدين تربت يداك. So how to choose? We have 4 criteria, alayhi salatu wassalam, defined. And for the man, how to choose the man? من أتاكم ترضون دينه وخلقه فزوجوه ألا تفعلوا تكن فتنة وفساد كبير. So his alayhi salatu wassalam said how to choose your wife and your husband based on values. Always believe that values will help you. Whenever you are acting from the values, you move in life easily in the city of happiness. So the first concept and principle in relations, you are free to choose, but choose correctly. You are free to choose your organization. You are free to choose your specialty in the university. You are free to choose where to live. ألم تكن أرض الله واسعة فتهاجروا فيها. So you decide. This is the first principle in relations. But if the relation is a must, you must marry this man, you must marry this woman, you will never feel happy. On the opposite, you will feel that you are depressed. The first principle of happiness in relation, freedom to choose. What is the second principle? For good relation, we have to have some principles. Respect. Respect is one of the secrets of good relations. Respect your mother, respect your father, respect your wife, your husband, your manager, your colleague, your employee, your society. Respect. Respect is an attitude. You show respect to people. You show respect to society. You respect religion. You respect your values. Respect is very important in relations. Number 3, you have to know your responsibilities and authorities. In any relation, define your responsibilities. As a father, what is your responsibility towards your kids? As a husband, what is your responsibility towards your wife? As a wife, what is your responsibility towards your husband? What is your responsibility towards your parents? What is your responsibility towards your society? Define your responsibilities. And we are all responsible. Once we feel responsible, we can achieve. All people in the city of happiness, they are responsible and they know their responsibility. But also, you have to know your authorities. Authorities mean the decision. What type of decision can you make? And remember the first principle, freedom to choose. But you also have to be accountable about your decisions. So the relations need accountability. So responsibility and accountability within some sort of authority that you are given in a relation. Also in a relation, credibility. Credibility is the attitude of being credible, honesty, commitment. All of these will help us reach a concept called trust in relations. In a relation, trust is very important. But if we lack trust, then we lack the relation. But when would you trust your wife? When would you trust your husband? When would you trust your manager? They found that trust needs two doors or two C's, two words starting with the letter C. First is competency. Are you competent for the relation? Are you competent father? Can you save your children? Can you grow them? Do you have the competency as an employee? Are you competent to be sales manager or HR manager or whatever? Are you competent? The first key for trust is competency. This is the first C. The second C is credibility. Credibility means honesty, values, commitment, respect. And by this we reach the trust. إن خير من استأجرت القوي الأمين. القوي competency, الأمين credibility. وفي سورة يوسف اجعلني على خزائن الأرض إني حفيظ عليم. حفيظ from credibility, عليم from competency. These are needed for successful relations, trust. And if we lose one, for example, if I lose competency, do you think trust will become 50%? No. Trust either 0 or 100. Either I trust you or I don't trust you. Make sure for any successful relation, trust is the secret. If trust is not there, no relation will move. But there is another important issue also in the principles. Number 3, in the principles of good relations, don't stick to one person or one relation and believe that if you lose this relation, you lose everything. The only important relation is with God. This is for sure. We are going to God. Hopefully, we will meet, inshallah, in the heaven. But don't be stuck in a relation. For example, if you get, for example, divorced, for example, which is أبغض الحلال, don't be depressed. Always feel happy. But don't stick yourself for a relation. If I leave this company, I cannot live. No. You are an inner wealth inside. So you are free to choose. But apply the concept of the good relations with trust, values, and so on. But don't stuck to a certain relation if you feel you are losing in this relation. And then by this, we ensure that our relations are actually in the right direction. And all of these are principles that will help us move in life. I have to mention a story that we need to mention here, the importance of the mothers and teachers in our lives, how they will help actually go in a successful relation. I will mention the story of a boy called Ted. And by the way, Ted now is a well-known surgery in the heart diseases. The story of Ted. Ted was a small boy, and Ted went to school. And he was always cute and very neat boy, and always he was the first on the grade. So in the first grade, full marks. In the second grade, full marks. In the third grade, the level of Ted start getting down. You know why? Because his mother became ill. And then, by the end of the year, his mother died. And he was actually the last one on the class. He was the first in everything. But now he just cannot do any job. He felt depression. And by the way, his father married another woman. In the grade number 4, the same, he is very lazy, he cannot do any job. And the teacher, always when she tried to correct his paper, they said, well, the easiest paper for me is Ted, always 0, always 0. And the teacher of the 5th grade also found that he's very lazy, so 0. But one day, she reviewed the past of Ted, because she said, I feel something within this boy. And she discovered that he was brilliant, but he started getting this because of losing the mother. So she said, oh my God, I made a very huge mistake for this boy. And she started looking after this boy. And in the starting of the year, he brought her a very small gift. All students brought some gifts to their teachers. But what was the gift Ted presented to his teacher in the 5th grade? It was just a bottle of perfume, which was just have a little bit, which was the perfume of his mother who left, and an old necklace, and put it in a newspaper, very dirty newspaper, and he presented this. And all the students laughed about this gift presented from Ted to his teacher. But she said, "Oh my God, this is the most beautiful gift I have ever received." And then she started looking after Ted. By the end of the 5th year, Ted get back to the 1st grade. He became the first on the class. On the 6th class, he's the first. In the 7th class, she stopped teaching him, but he always sent her a letter. "You know, you are the best teacher in my life." When he finished high school, he sent her a letter. "You still the best teacher in my life." And he entered the university studying medicine, one of the most difficult faculties. And he was the first on medicine and surgery. And he sent her a letter. "You know, you still the best teacher in my life." And when he got married, he invited her to his ceremony or celebration of marriage. And when he saw her entering, he stood up and asked the whole audience, "Please stand up and welcome my mother." And she was wearing the old necklace and putting the few perfumes that are left. And she approached him. He said, "You know, you still the best teacher in my life." She said, "You know, pet, you teach me how to become a teacher. The importance of energy inside each one of us will make successful. Teachers are relations in our life. Mothers are relations. Wives, husbands, sons, daughters. We live in a world of relation. To feel happy, give each relation its rights. Sure, you will feel happiness." This is the story of good relations. But the statistics again, we have lots of people who are depressed, lots of people who got divorced, lots of people, they got married 1, 2, 3 because they don't know how to choose. Always remember, just know yourself, please. Self-awareness is very important. 3 issues that will help you as principles in the city of happiness. Increase the following 3, please. First, increase your self-awareness. You should know yourself, your skills, your talents, your values, your choices in life. Second, increase your self-responsibility. No one will take care unless you take care. You know who's the most important one in your life? Please look in the mirror. You are the most important one. Not ego, but if you care for yourself, you will care for others. If you love yourself, you will love your society, your nation, and you present something to people. What is number 3? What is number 3? Self-independency. So, self-awareness, self-responsibility, self-independency. By this, when we increase these 3, we'll help you actually to proceed in the city of happiness. All happy people feel responsible, self-aware, and accountable, but also independent. And this is, again, a good, important secret of success. But start with a dream. Know yourself. Be positive always. This is the success story that you should believe in. There are another important terminology you have to keep in mind and know it exactly. Let's differentiate between talent, cleverness, genius, excellent, and innovation. You are born talented. And as I mentioned, your talents is within some sort of intelligences. You have 9 types, but you are with 2 types of intelligences. Once you define your talent, it's very important to know your talent, then we start making the skills needed. And in such a case, you have to work on your skills in the direction of talent. And they always said, when you identify your talent, frame it, put it in a certain direction that will help you to achieve your dream in life. So if you are working in a certain company, frame your talent towards serving the company, for the nation, for the society. Track your talent for serving the nation. In Islam, we have several people. Some are excellent in being soldiers, others in being writers, others in being khutaba in the mosque. Define, frame it, then develop it. Then you have to invest it for the sake of yourself as well as your nation. So this is being talented, being skillful, but also you need to work. You need to work. They always said that don't sleep too much. Successful people need 6 to 7 hours maximum sleeping because they have lots of dreams. They want to achieve something. And to remind you, people who have a dream will never sleep. The dream is not something that you get while you are sleeping. Once you have a dream, you will start doing your effort. And according to Edison, he said 99% of creativity is hard work and only 1% is inspiration. So by hard work, by presenting an effort, you will achieve something. But also, genius. What is genius? Genius is people who have some sort of high level of mental analytical intelligence. If you don't have this type, you can move, but you have to ask someone to go with you. So we need to have such 5 concepts. Use your talent, sharpen your talent, use your skills with your talent, develop something, move in life, but give effort. By this, for sure, we will achieve. And always they said, who never want to climb and hike mountains will never achieve anything in life. So don't just wait, feeling that you cannot do anything. Don't give up, please. Again, please believe in yourself, be positive, you will achieve. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.